Taylor Swift fans are calling on her to remove her music from Spotify after public backlash against the platform's most streamed podcast, The Joe Rogan Experience. Let's get into it. With over 300 million monthly users, it's safe to say that Spotify is a massively popular streaming service for people to listen to their favorite bops, podcasts, and more. So why exactly are Swifties calling on Taylor Swift to remove her music from the streaming service?
Please explain.
In case you missed it, Spotify recently found itself in hot water after veteran music artist Neil Young slammed the streaming service for promoting its #1 rated podcast, The Joe Rogan Experience, which has come under fire for spreading misinformation about COVID-19 vaccines. Neil went on to pull his entire music catalog from Spotify's library after calling on Spotify to take action against Joe Rogan, with other artists like Joni Mitchell following Neil's lead soon after.
Drama.
Because of this, Swifties are now taking to social media to call on Taylor to do the same, with many believing that Tay, who's currently one of Spotify's most listened to artists, could inspire some serious change if she were to threaten to remove her music catalog. Taylor has over 53 million monthly listeners on the platform, far more than Young or Mitchell, meaning that her impact could have some serious consequences on Spotify's stocks if she were to actually leave the platform. On Twitter, this user wrote, "Who else thinks it would be amazing for Taylor Swift to punish Spotify by ditching them for choosing Joe Rogan's COVID lies over Neil Young's music?" And this person tweeted, "Waits patiently for Taylor Swift to end Spotify." This user also brought Biebs into the mix, writing, "Taylor Swift and Justin Bieber could end Joe Rogan with a single tweet at Spotify." Now, it's important to note that Taylor doesn't actually own the rights to some of her earlier music, so even if she did make the call to ditch Spotify, it's not certain if her older catalog would come off the streaming service as well. But as you might remember, this is not actually the first time Taylor's left Spotify.
Say what now?
Back in 2014, just as she was releasing her studio album 1989, Taylor pulled her entire catalog from Spotify as an act of protest against the service's ad-funded free tier, and specifically the fact that artists at the time couldn't choose to only release their music on Spotify Premium. So Taylor can be pretty powerful when it comes to calling out companies for doing what she considers bad business.
Badass!
To be honest, it's pretty tricky to predict how this whole situation could unfold because, let's be real, Joe Rogan makes a lot of cash for Spotify. Not to mention, Spotify paid a reported $100 million to license his podcast, so they're pretty invested. And we wouldn't be entirely surprised if the streaming service chose him over a handful of artists, as his podcast is one of the company's top earners. But who knows, maybe Taylor really could inspire some big time change at Spotify. I mean, that would be huge.
You sure? Because this could be huge.
For now, we're just so curious to see if Taylor will respond to fans calling on her to remove her music catalog and are dying to see how everything goes down. Your move, Tay. Now go ahead and click right over here to find out why Swifties think that Taylor's next re-recorded album release is gonna be Speak Now, Taylor's version. Then let me know in the comments what you think about fans calling on Taylor to ditch Spotify. I'm your host, Carly Henderson. Come find me on social media at carlyhenderson_, and I'll see you soon.